We're a broke teenager with no means of transport but our two legs. We've got to travel 2,000 miles to cross the border for a chance at a better life. Is this a Mexico simulator? No. This is Road 96, a role-playing, coming-of-age, randomly generated hitchhiking masterpiece. I followed Gary V's advice and sold all my belongings to become successful, but now I'm just homeless and on the road. Hustlers University, let's get it. The sun's beaming, my balls is hot. Oh wait, we're not a dude. The sun's beaming, my titties are steaming, and I haven't slept in 2 days. I find a dude drunkenly stumbling around and completely ignore all those years of my parents telling me not to talk to strangers. Turns out the poor guy got stood up on a date on someone that he's referring to as Mama Bear. He also calls himself Papa Bear, so yeah, I think he has some kind of bear kink, or is just suffering from severe childhood trauma, so now he quantifies humans as bears. He asked if I want to race him up the hill, and I haven't got my inhaler, so I could suffer from an asthma attack, but road trips are all about experiencing new things. Look, I'm no expert runner. I mean, I did once win a cross-country race in school where two girls grasped on me about cutting corners, the little skanks, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone run with more biffed form than Papa Bear. Like, how is he doing this? His limbs don't even look like they're related. I smoke him in the race, and he then asks me if I want to play a little bit of football. He calls it soccer, so that's an immediate L, but I really think he needs a win in life, so I purposely miss a couple shots. I feel like getting stood up on a date and then losing a race and a football match to a teenager may have just pushed him over the edge. We sit up on a rock to take interview, and he starts pouring his heart out to me about his ex-wife that died 10 years ago. I'm finding it extremely difficult to focus on anything he's saying, however, because I'm distracted by those mammoth calves. They're clipping through his cargo shorts. It's so hot. I swear, dudes will hit legs at the gym 4 days a week, but still can't develop calf muscles like middle-aged dads. It's just like an evolution thing. He gives me some advice about women, but I don't want a dead wife, so I don't take it. We go our separate ways, but I'll never forget Papa Bear on my travels. I don't have enough money for the bus, so I hitchhike, which is a very dangerous game. You could be picked up by anyone, like a murderer or a League of Legends player. You don't know what kind of freaks are out there these days. Fortunately, we get picked up by a kid called Alex, who's clearly still figuring out their sexuality. I steal $3 off them and a mixtape because I'm a good passenger who's here to teach Alex not to leave their possessions just lying around. I quickly realise Alex doesn't have health and safety as a top priority because there's no headrests in this truck, increasing the risk of whiplash. I then remember I have no legs or torso and I'm just a floating camera, so it's a moot point really. I find out Alex is 14, so yeah, this is very illegal, but I don't feel attracted to them, so at least I know I'm not a sex offender. Alex takes us to within 400 miles of the border, but upon my arrival, I faint and get arrested. Not a great first try, but let's go again. This run gets off to a much better start, as not only are we full on energy and have $7, but I'm also a man this time round, so life's natural advantages are with me. I start my journey at this trailer park, so it's almost guaranteed I'll find a meth head somewhere in here. I get off to a red hot start as I'm stroking pussy within 2 minutes of this run. This woman was trying to chat to me and may have given some important advice, but the cat had all my attention. What a little cutie. I then see two relatives having a dispute when I walk a bit further in the trailer park. I don't know for sure that they're relatives, but we're in a trailer park, so it's more than likely everyone here is related. I step in to save the girl, as this game is based in 1996 and women weren't independent back then. We have a little chat, and I appreciate how this girl is like a girl in every other coming-of-age story, but rather than playing a guitar, she has a trombone. Who the fuck plays a trombone? That's wild. I wonder if she could trombone these nuts in her mouth too. I'm kidding. I don't know how old she is. I retract the statement. The trailer park is pretty lit. Like, there's lights everywhere, it's nice. I find a shed, but it needs a code, so I go searching where I find the answer literally written on a desk. Like, yeah, I shouldn't be breaking into your shed, but you should also not be leaving the code this exposed. I find a fat wad of $45, and now we are truly balling. I also discover that the dude who I just stole that money off is actually a smoker, so I've done him a massive favour here. He's now $45 down, and may not be able to afford another pack of ciggies, so I've actually just saved him from his addiction. Life lesson time. Stealing money can sometimes be a good thing. Wander over to the sound of loud music and find old matey absolutely going savage with some freestyle dance. I may not have found the trailer park meth head I was hoping for, but this dude has definitely just shelved a bag of pills. I have the option to sleep on the cardboard near him, but I decide to treat myself to a trailer for the night, paying $25 to the guy whose money I just stole. So technically I've only actually stolen 20 of his dollars. Just when I'm thinking I'm going to get a good night's sleep and get that cozy 8 hours, I get woken up by the girl whose name is Zoe. Good sleep is hard to come by on the road, so I better be getting at least an over the jeans handy for this. Oh yeah, also that like thing that I tried in the Sleeping Dogs video seemed to have worked, so here's another one for you. If you don't leave a like right now, the next time you'll have ketchup, it'll squirt out a load of water before you get any actual sauce. Anyway, me and Zoe sit by the fire, and it's real cute. We get real with each other about crossing the border because this place isn't safe for teenagers anymore. Yeah, I sort of didn't explain that. The story in this game is some sort of political uproar is going and teenagers aren't safe anymore and they're getting arrested, so we've got to dip. That's the story, I think, I don't know. She then sticks her trombone in my mouth and asks me to play a verse. Having no clue what I'm doing, I feel like I'm kind of blowing my shot here under the pressure. Why couldn't she have given me a recorder or something? I was fire with that back in school. I could play a spine-chilling rendition of Hot Cross Buns that would have the entire trailer park family on their feet applauding for me. After blowing my little lungs out, the trailer park owner kicks us out. I mean, fair enough, we were playing a trombone at 3 AM, you can't really blame him for being angry. I asked Zoe if she wants to go together, but she says she needs to travel on her own. That's basically like the road trip equivalent of her calling you bro. It's game over, there's no coming back from this. I save some money by hitchhiking and end up with Sonia, the local news reporter and minor celebrity who's let this go to her head. Don't get me wrong, the limo is lovely, but sitting a little bit further than an earshot away so I have to slightly raise my voice every time I talk to her is really inconvenient. However, we get free drinks, so I can't complain. Wow, a big shot celebrity trying to get a teenager drunk. I've heard this is how you get a role in a Harvey Weinstein movie. Honestly, this whole experience was just really uncomfortable. She made me watch her news report with her, the whole limo smelled like chicken soup, and her voice drove me insane. I've never hit a woman I've not been in a relationship with, but I came pretty close here. It was worth enduring though, because at the end of it all, she gave me $30, and I'm really confused. I don't know if I just got groomed or what just happened there, but I'm glad I got paid for it. So with my pockets now fatter than ever, I was feeling fantastic. I also grabbed a cereal bar so energy levels were at a high, and that granola was sure to regulate my bowels a little bit more. I felt invincible, until I got held hostage by a couple of bank robbers who hooked me into helping with this heist. One of them gives me a very handy lockpick, so I can now sneak into places undetected. Lockpicking is actually a very underrated skill in life. I can get back into my ex's place even after she changes the locks. It's my job to watch the cameras, but I find something way more important: a Sonia scratch card. I win $5, and honestly with my luck with money recently has been incredible. I watch the cameras for the guys, but some security guard gets sent to check on the place, so now I have a decision to make. Do I keep him locked out, or do I give him the code and turn the boys in? I believe some call it Stockholm Syndrome, but I feel loyal to these men, so I don't give him the code and have 1 minute to escape this room. I'm searching for a way out, but find some car keys and a code for the safe in the back which has $45 inside. I guess back in the 90s, $45 was an appropriate amount of money to put in a safe. $45 now just gets you a pack of small condoms. Obviously not that I have a clue how much they cost. My girlfriend told me. I dip out of that place and steal the car, so now I've gone from a meddling teenager to a full-blown criminal. The car rest is actually pretty nice. I mean, yeah, the seats may be giving me piles from how uncomfortable they are, but there's a tinny in the back and there's a TREE air freshener hanging from the rear view mirror. We put this baby to the test and go full throttle, but get pulled over about 30 seconds later for breaking the speed limit. I've never been so grateful to be white, because we could be at risk of being shot right now if we wasn't. The police officer quickly realises this isn't my vehicle, but the Lord is on my side as someone tries to commit a drive-by on her. She hops in my car, and here I am thinking I'm about to get roadhead, but no, she asked me to chase down the car that shot her. I feel like this is also very illegal, but hey, she's a cop and they never break the law. We eventually catch up to them and flip their car, probably shattering some vertebrae in the process, but we get off scot-free. I push the car as far as it can go until we end up 350 miles away from the border at a little bar in the middle of nowhere. I also find a payphone, so for my younger viewers who may be a little confused as to what this is, this was only ever used by criminals on TV shows when they were leaving clues for an FBI agent. You also have to make sure you actually cover the speaker part of the phone with your hand because it looks really cool. Like, it's totally impractical because the person on the other line can't understand a single word you're saying, but it's about the look. Anyway, I give my girl a call to let her know I'm still alive and safe, but rather than saying it's good to hear from me, she breaks up with me. Wow, she really did me dirty. It's okay though, I'm over that hoe. Just kidding, I call her right back, but she's blocked the line already. For real though, I'm over her now, but yeah, I try one more time and it's still blocked. I go in the bar to drink away my sorrows, but find something way better. A real toilet. You have no idea how good it feels to use actual toilet paper rather than Doritos packets you find on the sidewalk to wipe. I also shit with the door wide open to assert dominance on the entire bar. I then sneak into the back using the lockpick I got earlier and take $10 off the owner's credit card. I also notice the owner is struggling, so I pick up an extra shift being a bartender, which is something I've done in real life. I've never wanted to headbutt customers more than when a middle-aged man would complain I've left a little bit too much head on his beer. Honestly, middle-aged men are the biggest crybabies on the planet, and you realise that when you start bartending. They complain about everything. The bar unfortunately doesn't have any little hotties for me to pick up on the shift until this fella walks in. Look at those eyes. Yeah, he looks like he's having a stroke, but I'm kind of into that. I could never visit a stroke ward in a hospital. I'd be down bad. He has a special drink, which I make perfectly, so he gives me a $15 tip. I was hoping for a different kind of tip, but $15 is also pretty useful. All in all, I leave the bar with $144 and the owner's car because I found his keys. I take this baby to within 10 miles of the border. The car can actually keep going, but I decide to walk these last few miles for the cardio benefits. There's nothing like taking in nature and really respecting the earth that you live on. I then proceed to graffiti a bird wearing a bulletproof vest on a rock. There's a little compartment in this cave where you escape, where you can leave money for other teens who may not have been as fortunate as you. I decide to leave $40, but then also decide fuck that, we grinded for this money, no freeloaders allowed, so I take it all back. And finally we arrive at the border. Papa Bear told me a long time ago that the best way to escape was to hop in the back of a lorry and hide. Wow, I really do feel like I'm experiencing what it's like to be an illegal migrant arriving at Dover. They send the sniffer dogs into the back in search for any human beings, but I distract them with a little chocolate bar. I mean, yeah, it may poison the dog, but hey, sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. I then have to get in the bottom of the trunk while holding my breath, as they have breath detectors apparently. Luckily though, I'm used to holding my breath when I hide, as I used to do it when I was hiding from my stepdad as a kid. With 2 bars of energy left, we do it, we escape. And it's not really about the destination, it was about the journey. No, it was about the destination. Actually, our whole objective was to escape the country. A big thank you as always to those of you who clicked join button and become a member of the channel. It really does mean a lot. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. A big thank you to my motherload Voiy Bois and above, Björn van den Hatter, ZYFin, TheGamerTeg. Thank you guys for your support.